Hey y'all, it's a what's up video, so stay tuned. Alright guys, welcome. If you're new to the channel, my name is Julian, also known as the Bearded Thrift Machine here on YouTube, and I buy stuff and flip it online and make YouTube videos about it. Today it's going to be 20 what's sold for me in the last couple of days on eBay and only on eBay. I will try to tell you exactly how much I paid for them and how long it took for them to actually sell. If you are new to the channel, go back and take a look at some of my other content if you would. And if you like the content, go ahead and subscribe. So let's go ahead and get started with the 20 what's sold. A lot of these will be from that storage locker that I picked up about 2 or 3 weeks ago. I think 2 weeks ago now, which I will link down in the description if you haven't watched it. It was a pretty good storage locker, and a lot of this stuff is going to be what's sold from there. So let's go ahead and get started. This first one's going to be some vintage X-Acto Hobbycraft Night toolkit set. It was basically in a little wooden box, and it did go for $29.75, and the buyer did pay shipping. This one right here has like 3 handles and then a whole bunch of blades, and that was about it. Some of the blades were used, but most of them were brand new. This was actually an older box, but definitely look out for these because there were some older boxes, like in some bigger ones that were going to for about 50 bucks on eBay. So definitely a little bolo there, but definitely comp it out before you buy it and do a little bit of research on those because some of them weren't going for that much money. These right here are some vintage SK Tools Phillips and slotted screwdriver. That right there is going to be the model numbers, made in the United States. The reason why these went so much is because the color of the handle, they were that green cool color, and they did go for $28.05, and the buyer did pay shipping on these in a padded flat rate, and they did take about only 3 weeks to sell. I have nothing into them because they were also from the storage locker. These Danielle Steele hardback books I've had probably for 8 months now. I picked them up a really long time ago at a yard sale. They sold for $10.20 with $1.99 shipping, and I have zero money into them. And when I bought them, I only had 5 cents per book, and actually I had a whole bunch, and they end up selling. I think that's my last lot of them. This is a Sony Handycam DCR TRV103 digital 8mm camera with the cords and the manuals and all types of stuff there. Had 2 batteries. It had the whole works. It did go for $170, and the buyer did pay shipping. I actually messed up here. I didn't mean to put that thing on a 15% discount or anything like that. I was going to let it ride for $200 because it should have sold for $200. I paid $50 for this, but it only took a week to sell. These are always good pickups, the Sony Handycam. So if you see them out there, pick them up. I've never seen one not work, but maybe they won't work, but definitely I would pick them up if they're for cheap at a yard sale. This one right here is going to be some vintage SK Tools. Again, these have the green handles on the bottom, and they went for $19.55. The buyer did pay shipping, and these are thin nose split joint pliers. And how I know all that stuff, number one, if you just go into eBay and you type SK Tools, which is stamped on there, and that number right there, 7265, and put pliers, it will tell you exactly what those pliers are. I have nothing into those, and it only took 3 weeks to sell. This is a Tommy Armour 845S Silver Scott number 9, which is a 9-iron with a steel shaft, which was a stiff flex. Did go for $13.60, and the buyer did pay shipping. I have $3 of that at a Goodwill. Probably took about 4 months to sell. These right here are some LL Bean women's hiking shoes, waterproof. Right there is the model number, which is a TEK 2.5. They were blue and gray, size 8.5 wide, and they did go for $29.75. They only took about 2 weeks to sell, and I picked them up for $6 at a Goodwill. This is a Shimano 2500 FB spinning reel for parts. It was funny, a person actually on eBay emailed me and told me exactly about this reel. They said you'll probably never get, I was asking $15 plus shipping because the orange is a discontinued color and people do still want to rebuild their reels in that color. So he said it is worth a little bit, but not as much as I was asking. I said, okay, not a big deal. And I did some research and he was right. So I ended up selling it for $20 with free shipping. Shipping was still only like $7, so I made like 10 bucks on it. This was out of a lot, an auction lot that I'm already in the good on, so that's gonna be profit. This Snap-on Racing Swingster Vintage Racing Windbreaker jacket, size large. It says Reed because I had some stains all over. I did wash it. I actually bought this for myself, but it didn't fit me quite that good. I bought it to go up to the mountains. I ended up buying another jacket up there. So this one I was going to sell, and I did put it on auction. I think I started the auction only at like $9 because I only had $4 into it, and it did get for $19.50, and the buyer did pay shipping on that with 12 bids, so that's not too bad. These right here are some new cassette blank tapes, lot of 23, and they're right there. They're the Sony TDKs, and I scanned those when I was in the store. I have $3 into these, and they sold for $22, and the buyer did pay shipping there, and they sold very quickly within a week. and I picked them up at a Goodwill. These vintage Levi 501s button fly denim blue jeans. This picture, this is a old posting, probably 8 months ago. I should have did a better picture. Now I take my jean pictures a little bit different. I either take a picture of the back and have that on there, or a picture of the label, or if it's a button fly, I would take a picture of the button fly, and that would be my main picture on eBay. This one just looks like some folded up jeans. But so definitely, you know, when you take pictures of jeans, I think they're actually one of the most challenging things to take pictures of. But I'd have a better way to do it now. And the size on this were 48-36, so a good size, made in the United States. Did go for $17.85, and the buyer did pay shipping, and I had $6 in those at a Goodwill. This Nintendo GameCube, this is the second time I've sold it. It was returned because it was, they said it was dropping the signal and disconnecting. I tried it again, played for like 30 to 45 minutes, never dropped the signal, so I sold it again very fast for $45. These go for a ton more for the GameCube. This one was missing that back battery cover though, and I just wanted it to get gone, and you know, I didn't want to wait on it anymore, so I put it for 55. Somebody shot me an offer real quick for 45. They've already received it, gave me a good review, so I know it was working. So the person that bought it before, I don't know why they returned it. Maybe they didn't want it anymore or something, so I don't know. This is a McGregor Tory M85 3-iron TT steel shaft, right-handed club. This one I've had for a really long time. Did go for $12.75, and the buyer did pay shipping. I most likely have $3 in that at a Goodwill, and probably like 7 or 8 months ago. This is a tailor-made Fire Soul sand wedge with the bubble shaft stiff, the S90. I always say the S90 on these bubble shafts sell better for me than the regular R80s, I believe. So when you see that S90 on the shaft of that, type that in because it sells a little bit better, and I think it sells for just a tad bit more money, maybe like a couple more bucks, but it definitely sells better for me. And this one went for $18, and the buyer did pay shipping, and I have $3 in that at a Goodwill. This is a Top Flight XL 7000 sand wedge golf club, right-handed with a steel shaft. Did go for only $8. The buyer did pay shipping. I'm already good on this. This was in that huge lot that I picked up a while back. I think it was like 100 golf clubs or 200 golf clubs I picked up for $600. So in the good on that. Top Flight. Actually, I've sold a lot of Top Flight clubs out of that, but none of them go over $20. So it's usually like $10 plus shipping or $15 plus shipping. But for some reason, they all have been selling. They just don't sell for a ton of money. This one right here is a Bill Khakis men's Slim Fix Dixie seersucker blue medium shirt. It was brand new with the tags, and the tag was actually $145 on this thing. I ended up selling it for $20 plus shipping, and I think I picked up for $4 like months and months and months ago down in Charleston when I was down there. So definitely a slow mover, and I probably won't be picking up any more of that stuff. These right here are some Adidas golf shoes. They were brand new. I picked them up for $10 or $12 at a Salvation Army only about a couple weeks ago, and they did go for $30 plus shipping. Fast movers there. Adidas golfing shoes, you want to comp them out. Some are worth a whole bunch, and some are not worth hardly at all. So golf shoes are kind of tricky. I still haven't figured out which ones are worth the most, because some golf shoes are worth hundreds of dollars. I've just never really found those before. So when you're looking at golf shoes, I always comp them out because I'm still unsure about those. The US Kids golf thing is, I'm telling you, I have been killing it. People leave these behind all the time, and I pick them up and sell them for exactly this much money. Usually, I always sell US Kids stuff between $15 and $25. This one right here is a WT15. It's a pitching wedge with a graphite shaft for a 57-inch tall junior right-handed club. Did go for $16.92. The buyer did pay shipping. I pick these up all the time now, and they sell very consistently, but you want to comp them out. They are very easy to comp out. And you don't need to know the, like, everything's stamped on the club. So if you are worried, like, well, how do you know that it's for a 57-inch tall junior? It actually says on the club exactly how tall the person or the child has to be to use that club. Super easy. I think that's why they go for so much money, is because there's no guesswork. Everything's printed on the club. Easy to list. It's wonderful. Those things, I think they're a huge bolo. Nobody picks them up in the store, but I'm telling you, they're definitely still worth a lot of money. This one right here is a Nike True New York Yankees hat. Picked it up for probably $2 at a Goodwill. I've had it for probably about 6 months, and it did go for $16.14, and the buyer did pay shipping on that one. And this is my last sale. This is a Sony Vita, PS Vita. I did pick this up for $30 a couple months ago, but I just listed it and did go almost immediately for $199, and the buyer did pay shipping. This was not new, but had the original box, cords, everything in there was pristine order, and it sold very quick. It's already been delivered, and the person loves it, so that's good. And I do appreciate y'all watching. That's 20 wood sold for me in the last couple of days on eBay. Hopefully you learned something. Hopefully you can go out there, find some of these items, flip them for yourself, and make some money. So you know I will always catch you on the next one.